Hello and welcome to another episode of the Landscaper Growth Show. My name is Mark. I'm your host. And today I'm speaking with Jose Varela at V Green Lawn and Landscape Management in Granite City, Illinois. Jose, thanks so much for being with us today.
Hello, Mark. How's it going? It's a
Good.
pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, really great to have you on. So we've done some research here. You and I have chatted here before the show a little bit. I'd love to start just by hearing what services you provide for your customers.
Yep. So we're pretty much a general outdoor lawn and landscape management company. We do everything from lawn care to retaining walls, paver patios, maintenance for your shrubs, your beds, everything that you need to do throughout the year, we handle for
Okay,
your
love
outdoor
it.
needs.
Fantastic. What percentage of the business is kind of the maintenance and lawn care side of it versus the like project work, hardscaping, major installations?
Yep. I would say about 75 to 80 is maintenance, and
Okay.
then the rest is landscaping and hardscaping.
Okay, awesome. How many people do you have on the team right now?
Right now, currently, I just went into full time this year on my own, but we were part time on the starting about Thursday, working till like Saturday, sometimes Sundays. We were four in total, which was my father being a crew leader with the helper, me being a crew leader with the helper. It was a total of four of us on on the regular days. If you have to bring in more help or if somebody, wanted to come in and help, they could. But that was our always scheduled people.
Gotcha. Love it. Fantastic. And how long have you guys been in business?
We've been in business. I started my LLC, I want to say about a little bit over 3 years ago. But I mean, ever since I remember, and my father has always had it as a side business. I've always been helping him since I was little, either picking up trash, picking up limbs at properties, or just waiting on the truck if there was nothing for me to do. As I grew older, I would just start to hold the string trimmer and, maybe pick up debris here and there. And it wasn't until I started maybe around high school, that's whenever I really got deep into helping him out, as his main guy, main helper, and kind of just been his successor, I guess you can say, after that. And just pretty much taking it over after that.
Oh man, that's so cool. So your dad's been doing this for a long time and but kind of part-time. And then here in the last few years, you came into the business full time and said, okay, we're gonna, kind of incorporate here. How did that discussion go? Sometimes I'm always curious, family businesses, when it comes to the next generation, sometimes that's not necessarily what they want to do, right? They've got different plans and things. How did you choose that? No, I love this, been doing this for a long time. I want to be part of this family business. So I'm going to step in as a key role here of leadership. And we're going to just kind of grow this some. How did you choose to decide to be the successor in the family business?
So I guess since I was the oldest one out of my other three siblings, so me and three others, I'm the oldest. I've always been with my father. Everywhere he goes, I would always be in his steps. Let's say it kind of just happened. It kind of like took shape because in high school I really didn't know what I wanted to do. Coming out, I thought about going to the army or something. I don't because I had no idea what I wanted to do. But I
Wow.
was always working. No matter I never knew what I wanted to do, but I was always working. I think the week after I turned 16, so I mean here where I could legally work, I got my job, which was working with him at the landscaping company where he still works at. Love them over there. I mean, I was there until up until this year, at the beginning of this year. I learned so much from them, from my father. But whenever I started helping my father, I think he had just shy of about 20 recurring lawn care customers. And then as I started helping him, taking care of the books, doing him having more time because he had more help with everything. We started slowly growing up until like we hit 30 customers and we hit 40 customers, then we hit 50, 60. And it was kind of just like every year from high school up until my senior year, I took an entrepreneur class, which was now called Gateway CEO. And they really gave me a more of a vision for for our business that we were, slowly building. That's why I'm saying it kind of just happened. It just slowly, progressively. I had no idea what we were building to or how we were building to up until I got a vision from that class my last senior year. And I was always working full time over at over at the other landscaping company where we were at. And I mean, I still went to college. We recently just graduated as well, but I was always full time and then part time doing our own. And then it just it just kind of slowly happened up until this year where I mean last year where we are too busy that we couldn't we couldn't have a day off or anything like that. And I mean, if you compare the employment to the self-employment and the vision that I already had with everything that I had kind of built itself, it was kind of a no-brainer. Just decided to take the jump, and my family supported me, my wife supported me, and here we are today, just taking it a day at a time.
That's so cool, Jose. So when you came in, your dad had really put together about 20 accounts or so. Now you guys have grown it,
Yes.
doubled, tripled. How, we're the Landscaper Growers Show here. We're always trying to help landscapers grow their business kind of predictably, right? And, sometimes it seems like it's kind of stop and start getting new clients. Do you have any kind of advice for folks? I mean, how have you gone about tripling the business? I mean, is it just kind of doing obviously you guys are doing great work and doing word of mouth and that's, growing the business, but are there other ways? If you guys put out door hangers, doing that kind of advertising, have you done any kind of campaigns to be able to create that amazing growth?
Yes, I have. However, I would say most of the work has come from we've done door hangers, we've done campaigns on Facebook. We now have a website, all that ever since, I started to take over these past couple of months, but, completely in full time. But we have done everything else in the past. And I would say what is really going to help you grow is knowing people. The bigger jobs that I've had, the biggest jobs that I've had has never gotten me from, I mean, has never been obtained from a door hanger or something like that. Has always been from somebody recommending us. It's just getting to know people. So, I mean, your presence is really valuable. Maybe, I mean, I recommend you, putting yourself out there, but you also have to back that by your quality, your trustworthiness. You can't just put out $1,000 into an ad and not have anything else built behind that. You have to really kind of like present yourself and not just hope to get called, of course not, but you have to present yourself and be able to show what you are saying, what you are presenting, and back that with either like for us, it's our website that still needs work, but it's our website, it's our all our recommendations that here and there people could get. We're really it's to the point where, at least in our city, if somebody doesn't know us, is because they've never seen us or never heard of us, of course, right? But
Hmm.
if they do, it's because we've done great work. It's maybe I can count with my fingers the people who can say something negative because, you know, can't please everybody. But I would probably like to say that just always putting yourself out there and just doing the best you can. But yeah, kind of you have to do so much to put yourself out there to where it's kind of impossible for you not to be seen.
Love it.
So
Do you have a tip on what it means to do great work? I mean, this is a basic question and not trying to be, overly simple here, but just I mean, you guys are doing great work. That's how you're growing the company. You're talking about, the best jobs have come from sort of knowing people and from ultimately from referrals. I mean, how do you kind of ensure that your team is doing like amazing work, like really high quality? Is it about the communication? Is it about, some SOPs or like systems and processes? How do you kind of ensure that you have that really high quality standard with your team that you may not be, you may have to go somewhere else from the job site or whatever. They're there doing the work occasionally, they're kind of an ambassador for the company. How do you ensure that the work is of your quality standard?
Yep. So what I like to say, like our family who helps us, because I mean it was a family business. It was my uncles, my dad's brothers that started helping them. Everything that I know it from them. So a lot of times that we go look at a job, a project, or something like that, I even take them with me. I know I know how to do the job. Yes, I know how to do everything. They know how to do it better. Yes. I know how to I know how to run the business. They know how to do the work. I know everything that there is to know about our industry, except for, some departments that I still don't get into. But everything that we cover, I know how to do everything. But to a certain point, they've been in the business. I mean, they've been in the industry for so long that they, of course, know how to do it better than me. So, in quality wise, there's never any doubt that if I leave or have to do something, there's going to be a fall of quality or something like that.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty much it in that aspect. But I would always say what would affect us a lot being part time is that we really didn't have the time to be as respondent or be as communicative as we wanted to or as we're allowed to because of our time. And I feel like that's something really that shifted a lot. We just try to be really communicative with anything that we do. That's a good thing about our system that we just started using this year as well, with automatic follow ups, everything like that. So just
Man.
communication, quality. I mean, like I said, it's always been family who basically taught me how to work. And so, I mean, there's never any question in there. And I mean, I'm pretty lucky to have that kind of continuance as well with the help.
Oh man, awesome. Fantastic, Jose. Well, if folks are in the Granite City, kind of St. Louis area, looking for a great lawn and landscape company to work with, what are the best ways for them to reach out to you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, they can search us up on Google at Be Green Lawn and Landscape Management, and we should pop up, hopefully, if everything's working correctly. And if not, they can contact us directly at 618-670-1646. And then just move on from there. You can find our website, submit a form, and we should reach out to you in the next, like, maybe 30 minutes, maybe less.
Love it. Fantastic. Well, great. Yeah, if you're looking for a great company to lawn and landscape company to work with, you can find their website over at vgreenlawn.com, the letter V, like Varela. And you can also give them a call at 618-670-1646. Fantastic, Jose. It's a great story. It's fun to have you on and just hear the this kind of second generation business that you're running. I'm sure your family and your dad is so proud, and it's just so heartwarming to hear. Thank you for coming on the show today and sharing your experience running the company these years.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for having us.